How we doing, boys? How we doing? We got Boomer. We got Seavark in here. Oh, Boomer get another go as Outlaw, I think. Yeah, he is. Seavark is going up as a Frost. I think he's up first. We got Killagen in here. Oh, for the Europeans, it's Killagen. We got top damage coming in as Unholy. Or Frost? As a Blood DK? I don't understand what... He's not a tank. It has to be Unholy. And then we also have Zachary here as Unholy Menace. And this is going to be Seavark walking up first versus Bidas. A rematch coming in this time as Frost versus what he used to be Fire. Alex is getting to say as an Outlaw. We got Kazoo in here looking deadly. We got Valrib saying a prayer for our boy Bidas. And we got Voldan playing some what looks like Feral. Yeah, it is Feral. I like the weapon, by the way. It's purple. I like it. It's going to be Seavark opening up in a stealth opener. Polymorph coming down to Binus before he gets line. Is going to be Emable with a blink early. That's going to be some easy damage to Binus right now. Trying to get a Frostbolt up or running. Going to be a root onto Binus. Going to be able to root him and do damage from a distance. I think that's exactly what Seavark is going for. Slows and roots. He's going to trick it out immediately. Continuing to get slows and roots onto Binus as he's going to hit the pet for a little bit. Wants to make sure that the pet is far away. Leap coming in by the warrior. Finally able to connect with Seavark. And Seavark is going to blink out of it. Is going to drop down the frozen orb. Malichin coming down onto Binus. As he's actually find himself in kind of a bad spot when dealing with a mage. Is going to be hitting the Frost Mage's pet to get some health back. I think Seavark needs to pull the pet back if he can. Is just going to summon a new one, which is a good way of going about it too. Binus is going to try to get a charge in. Blink coming out early for Seavark. That's going to be a root out in the open. The pet is going to be pretty close next to Binus. Ray of Frost coming down with a stun to stop it. Binus actually is able to get a fair amount of health with the small time he had with a pet to hit. Another freeze coming down, and Seavark is going to go for some damage. Popping some trinkets. Popping some toys. Big Comet Storm coming down, but Binus does get to walk out of it basically immediately. Seavark's not looking that amazing. Is going to get charged, interrupted onto Frost. Trying to land a poly. Does land a poly. Trinket coming out of Binus. So force the Trinket out of the warrior. Everbolt is trying to come out. Not going to land for a little bit. Let's get the shortest route ever onto Binus. Temporal coming down right now. Everbolt coming in. Iceball coming out. Going to get some healing off of that. Was in a very, very bad situation. Fire Mage gives cauterize, but Frost doesn't get cauterize. Stun coming in out of the sheep. That is Binus. Literally threw a Stormbolt out of sheep form. As a root is going to take him down and get him a little bit slower. Just to make sure he has slows rolling on the guy, is going to drop down a frozen orb onto Binus with a Comet Storm to follow. Lots of crits, lots of shatter. Malichin is going to smack Seavark on the side. Going to need to go for a block again very, very soon. Binus still holding on to his heal. Is going to get some heals off of the pet with a slow to take away. Seavark needs to make sure that his pet is at and he does get executed at the very end. No Iceball coming out. What Binus did get as an advantage is the pet is always near him, so you can always take off slows by hitting the pet. It is going to be up next. Top damage coming in as Unholy. So he is coming in as Unholy. Stun coming in to Binus. Binus is just getting necrotic out right now. It is going to go for a Dragon's Roar. It needs to go for massive heals versus the top damage as he gets the pet beefed up. It's going to be a big old army of the dead as Binus is going to land himself a massive heal right now, bring himself up to about half health. AMS coming in slow early for top damage. Still is holding on to a fair amount of health as Binus just wants to avoid the army that is the army of the dead. It is going to be top damage. Going to hit with a fear right now. Trinkets out of it. Going to get some more necrotic stacked up onto Binus as a caster. Undead is going to hit him for a little bit. Both of these guys are kind of lagging all over the place a little bit. As you can see, it's a little jittery. But still doing fine. Grip coming in. Buy top damage before Binus can get a charge in. Binus is going to go for some damage. That's going to be Transfusion coming in out of top. But top is going to get stunned up. Still going to be able to get a couple death strikes in there. Big heals out of Fury Warrior, as well as massive heals out of Unholy Deathknight. Is going to get his Trinket, his tank and Trinket rolling for a bit, actually healing. Binus' health is actually getting necrotic out little by little. Every time he tries to get a heal, trying to get a charge heal, does land it, but gets stunned on the approach. Trinket coming out of Binus as he wants to continue trucking damage along into top damage. It is going to be a small shield coming in onto top for a moment. Binus is trying to get himself a bit of healing going little by little. Top damage is going to Lichborn this a little bit. That's Binus with lots of necrotics out right now. Gets a stun, trying to get a charge heal. Is going to land a small charge heal, but get a necrotic again. Top damage is able to take out Binus. Who's up next? Who's it up? It's going to be Alex getting up next with a charge. I mean, with a grapple hook. Stun come in. That's going to be his shields coming down for top damage. Alex needs to go for some heals. Going to get stunned by the pet. Killing spree coming down right now. Top is tanky. Death Knight, though. Very, very tanky. It is going to go for some slows onto Alex. But a cloak is getting forced out pretty early on into a stun and a trinket by Alex. Still is going to have His trinket available later. I'm pretty sure he's racial. Big heals coming in for Alex right now. You see his health just coming back as he's backpedaling against top damage, making sure he's facing him so he's maybe can dodge a few abilities here and there. And top damage is gonna get the army rolling. Beefed up the pet, stun coming down. Lichborn comes in and Vanish coming out by the rogue with a grapple hook out of there as the army of the dead is looking for someone to heal. They're looking for somebody. They need somebody to attack, and that's gonna be some foot coming out for top damage from the mage that they have. Alex gonna run by Sap it. Log out. Oh, you're good, man. You're good. Yeah, that was a hard match, you versus Bias. Bias just cannot get slow whatsoever because of the one-on-one talent. I think there used to be glyph where the pet always stays with you, the frost pet, or is that another thing? Maybe you need to have them on I don't know. There's definitely used to be something where mages would always have the pet with them instead of the pet standing still and casting, like casting while moving kind of deal. There's going to be a slow onto Alex, but he gets a gouge onto top, into a blind to follow. Drinking on top. He wants to end this rogue right now. Has this rogue finally unable to heal. Heals are rolling in for Alex. Needs to necrotic this out right now. Is going to get a slab of necrotic into his health. Alex's health is not looking that amazing. Is going to get some range damage, and Alex might go down, and he does. Top damage taking another one out. Look at this guy. It's like a farmer and a miner put together. It's going to be Valorib up next. Gonna go for big wings right now to counter the damage coming out of top damage. Gonna go for massive deep stun coming in. It's gonna trick it out. No, gonna sit it for a moment. Shield of Vengeance coming up right now. Top damage gets himself AMS. AMS goes down. Gonna go for big death strikes. Can he outlive the damage that Valor puts out? What death strikes looks like? He's able to recover a lot of deeps with just death strikes alone. Still wings are up for Valorib though as the Army of the Dead enters the scene. Necrotic is coming in and setting in onto Valorib as he gets himself eye for an eye. Top damage is going to do some damage to himself. Valorib is completely necrotic out. Might have to bubble or bob this. Is going to bubble, but he's going to go offensive bubble. Top damage is going to go for a massive death pact. This is just sprinting away. Look at this boy chugging along right now, dude. Chugging along out of there. Just bailing, dude. Just ran out of there. I don't even know what made him so small, but he's just chugged. And that's going to be Valorib doing some damage to the pet. Top damage is going to wait out. Actually going to get out of combat and go for some food. What a ballsy play. Judgment is going to disrupt his nice meal. Gonna have to grip the pally back in there. Stun coming down. Time to get the pet beefed up and gonna go for some more damage. Stun coming down with a mallet. What was that? That was a execute sentence. It looked like safety trinket got proc, but it was actually his straight with the like we hit on the wrong guy. His engineering goggles have like an effect where he gets a little absorbed from a absorbatron. Valorib completely necrotic out. Bob is the only thing he has left, but even through Bob, top damage is going to be able to get a lot of damage through Valorib. Might as well pop Bob right now if you can, at least avoid some of the melee damage coming out at you. This is going to go for a Bob, but his health is still in the bad spot. Can't get interrupted. Didn't get interrupted by the DK intro, but his flash of lights are coming out, trying to get his health back up. So necrotic out, he can't even do anything, and top damage takes another one. Valorib played that one out to the end, but top damage continued to go for heals. Is going to get the big eats. Vol'dun is going up next. Zachary backing away a little bit. He's like, oh, I don't want to fight this Death Knight. Gonna get a Lichborn up and running. Vol'dun was going to get stunned up. Absorbatron coming down. Army of the Dead joins the fight. So now Vol'dun needs to find a way to deal with the 20% dampening as he starts to get a necrotic. Might want to go for pre-walls right now. Is going to get a massive heals. All of it necrotic. Back-to-back heals are necrotic. Gonna go pre-wall this damage. Needs to find a way to either recover or get offensive. Backpedaling a little bit. I think he's a little confused. Is going to go for big sprints. Big damage coming out left, right. But fully necrotic. Is there any way he can recover? And down he goes. Tap damage cleaves him in half. And Kazoo's up next. Gonna rush in. Not allowing the Death Knight to get any heals. It's going to be trinket on top damage off of that. What is that? Stun? Not even a stunner thing. I think it was just a meta in prison. Going to be a big old death strikes coming in for top though as he is met with a Demon Hunter. He's going to be a mallet chicken but absorbed by that AMS. Don't look like he has to deal with necrotics of his own. Shrinking himself. Did he just shrink just a little? I feel like he just shrunk for a moment. Because Zoe's going to bail out for a moment, get himself a second blur going. That's going to be, a full blur going, I think. That's going to be Slows coming in for top damage. Trying to shake this Demon Hunter off. Needs to wait him out during the metamorphosis as the Demon Hunter is completely just unrelenting. Continues just to pump damage into top with I-Beam to fall, getting interrupted. Top damage doesn't have a lot of how to work with. Lichborn coming down right now. Has Death Pact, is going to go for Death Pact right now. No way to heal. Is going to continue chain of icing Kazoo. Try to peel him off. Not going to happen. Kazoo is dead set on trying to take out top damage. Going to take out his shield. Top damage has a fair amount of health. Is going to go for back-to-back death strikes as his dampening health is just not looking all that good. Needs to go for massive heals. That's going to be another stun coming on to Kazoo. Because top damage recover is going to get the army up and running. Another death strike in. AMS coming down. Can he get another death strike in? It's going to interrupt Kazoo again as he goes for another metamorphosis. Darkness coming down. Try to walk the demon hunter out of it. Another death strike comes in. And Kazoo's going to go up in the air. Top damage is out in the open. Exposed. Taking all the damage. Rain from above. And gets completely annihilated from the air. Strike support from up above. Gonna go attack and kill him? Nope. Honor duel. Kazoo, I don't think has any kind of heals though, so he's in a bad spot. Oh, what is this? They're just abusing Binus right there. He just inhaled his soul. He just inhaled Binus' soul just for good measure. It is going to be both of these guys engaging now. Kazoo is going to go into that metamorphosis, not going to be interrupted by Killagem. Kazoo is going to try to recover in health, and Killa is going to continue healing as best they can. Trinket coming out of Kazoo right now. That's Touch of Death does end up hitting him. Big dampener Trinket coming out. Melee Trinket getting exchanged down onto Killagem as well. Kazoo is going to take a lot of damage. He's going to go up in the air, trying to rain from above onto Killa. Rain down his parade, but Killa is going to be able to pop wall and dampen harm to get himself defensive going. Because he's going to get up close and personal now. Karma coming in. No way can beat him. And that's it, man. There goes top damage. Obliterated everybody as Unholy. We thought this man was a really good Frost Death, but as Unholy, he was on another level, dude. That man was a legend. Dude, that was awesome, man. That was awesome. What's up, DC? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, man. Hope you're having a good one, dude. Alrighty, boys.